number 1, worksheet number 4, or maybe number 5. Let's see. Match the graph. Okay, so on this first one, I'm going to add 5, so I get 6y is greater than or equal to 12. So y is greater than or equal to 2. So it's got to be letter C. Problem number 3, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. So I get to 8, divide both sides by -4, so I get -2. Make sure the sign flips over. So that's got to be B. And I think you can figure out number 2 now. Let's see, number 5, solve the inequality and graph the solution. So I'm going to subtract 11 from both sides. So I get to -4, divide each side by 4, so I get to -1. And then our -1, so -1's here. And I have a solid dot and it's shading right. Number 7, I'm going to add 3 to both sides, so I get an 8 over here is less than -2t. Divide each side by -2, so the sign flips over. Maybe you might want to flip the whole thing over so it's easier to read. So I want values that are larger than -4, rounded open circle, shaded right. Problem number 9, let's get rid of our denominator, multiply everything by 2. So I get 4 plus p is greater than or equal to 14. Subtract 4 from both sides, so I get to 10. And so this is going to look like this. I want values bigger than 10 and equal to it, so rounded circle, shaded right. Number 11, we want to write these in interval notation once we solve it. It looks like if I subtract 5k from both sides, I wind up with -7 is greater than or equal to 8. That's a false statement. So our solution is the empty set. Okay, we don't have an answer to it. Number 13, we're going to go ahead and let's add 3y to both sides, so I get a 12y over here. Subtract 7 from each side, so I'm going to get a 12 over here. Divide both sides by 12, so I get it's less than 1. So I'm going to go from -infinity to 1, rounded bracket. Number 15, let's combine our like terms. So I get 4k minus 6 is less than 4k minus 1. Subtract 4k from both sides, I get -6 is less than -1. That's true. That's true, and all our variables are gone. So we have an infinite solution. So we could say in interval notation, negative to positive infinity would be our answer. Number 17, let's distribute the 9 over the parentheses and the 3 over the parentheses. Subtract 9p from both sides, so then I get 18 is less than or equal to -15. That's false, so that's a no solution. Okay, because it's a false statement, it gives you no solution. That's it.